Hello and welcome to Lunar Light and Shadow Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a tarot spread for the collective to sort of kick off my channel here. Um, it's going to be a variation of the Celtic Cross. In the future I will be doing readings for the individual zodiac signs. So it'll be a smaller collective that I'll be doing readings for. And I will be doing personal readings as well. But for now, let's just do a collective reading to kick things off. Again, it's Lunar Light and Shadow Tarot. And yeah, let's do it. I've already shuffled these, but I'm going to give them a couple more shuffles for you. This is the Mystical Manga Tarot deck by Ron, R-A-N-N, and Barbara Moore. And it's amazing. Okay. First card I'm going to pull is going to be Current Energies. Two of Cups. Water energy, Cancer energy, the card of mutual love. Let's see what's crossing this energy. The Ten of Swords. So there could be some accumulative, painful thoughts that are occurring in a connection. So it could also speak of the ending of a painful cycle in the connection. Let's see what comes out. Let's get some recent past energies. The Tower. Okay. The Tower is Mars energy, fire energy, very physical, forceful, aggressive. The Tower card kind of spurs you into action, whether you want to or not. It can be a realization, but usually it's something that you've already known and been like a change that you needed to make, perhaps that you've known about, but you're avoiding it. You don't want to deal with it. And then the Tower comes along and says, you're going to deal with it whether you want to or not, because it is for your highest good. Let's get a card for the immediate future. The Ace of Swords. Air energy. Air energy is of the mind. It has everything to do with thoughts. And the Ace of Swords is all about epiphanies, truth. That's why I love this card so much. It's all about truth, coming to a truth, finding truth, finding clarity. So that's in the immediate future, after all all this. So what I'm seeing so far is we've got the the 10 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which speaks of burdens. Um, active burdens. Wands are fire energy, and they're all about action. Things that are happening that are active. Okay, so what I'm seeing so far is that somebody came to someone had a tower moment where, something was kicked out, kicked in. A bolt of lightning strikes and comes in and puts a situation into disarray. But when the tower happens, it's for the good of everybody. It's for the good of the situation. So something like that happened in the recent past, and the current energy is the Two of Cups. And so I mean, there's mutual love here. And with the Ten of Swords crossing it, I kind of am feeling like there was painful thoughts accumulating on one or both parties, and they came to a point that like enough is enough. One can't take any more of this painful thinking, and perhaps that's why the Tower comes in to bring in the energy of, hey, let's do something about this. And in the immediate future with the Ace of Swords, that's exactly what's happening. Someone decides to speak their truth. If this hasn't happened yet, it's going to happen. Or if this is you, then you will find it in you to speak your truth. Maybe come out with some of these painful thoughts that you've been having. Communicate. Swords are all about communication as well. So, communication is always key in relationships. And especially when you've gotten to the point of the Ten of Swords, where all these thoughts have been accumulating, and they haven't been talked about, is what I'm getting. They haven't been talked about. And this Tower is, coming in to say, you need to speak up. Okay, let's get a card for hopes in this situation. The Two of Pentacles. So to me, this says someone's hoping for a change. The Two of Pentacles can be juggling multiple things in your life, but it can also talk about a change in the physical world. And that's kind of what I'm seeing with this one, in this spread, is that someone's hoping for change, from this, Ten of Swords energy. And it looks like you're going to get it with the Tower here. But you need to speak up. about what's bothering you. Okay, let's get a card for fears. The Queen of Cups. Okay, so the Queen of Cups, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, emotions, um, deep feelings. And with the Queen of Cups in the, and having it be the Queen, I mean, the Queen is the supporter, the Queen is the nurturer, and the Queen of Cups is the ultimate nurturer. It's double water energy, and she's the intuitive nurturer of the zodiac, or excuse me, of the tarot. Of the tarot. I see her as has Cancer energy, because Cancer is the intuitive nurturer of the zodiac. Anywho, okay, so this being in the fears position, I feel like that whoever needs to speak their truth, whoever it is that's having these painful thoughts, you're afraid that you're going to get hurt with the Queen of Cups here. You're afraid of your emotions, which is totally normal. But there comes a point when you just need to speak up. Okay, let's get a card for strengths in this situation. Okay, for strengths, we have the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is all about making plans to set a solid foundation. And that's in the strengths position. So, that's telling me that, this connection has the potential to be worked out. You guys can plan. You guys have a good you guys have good planning heads on your shoulders. And also this, as I look at this card, I'm getting communication between the two of you as being a strength as well. I mean, because to plan things, you got to communicate, right? So, I see you being afraid, or somebody, excuse me, being afraid here of communicating because they're afraid that they're just fearful of their emotions. But I see that as being a strength. So if this is something that you guys haven't practiced a lot in your connection here, is communicating about painful thoughts, then I'm seeing this as I'm seeing with the Three of Pentacles and the strengths, I'm seeing that you guys can do this, that this is going to be ultimately a good thing. Okay, let's get a card for weaknesses. We have the Nine of Pentacles as a weakness. So the Nine of Pentacles in the weakness position says to me that one or both of these parties are, they feel like they're weak on their own, because the Knight of Pentacles talks about abundance in oneself, abundance in independence. So, and we do have the Devil on the bottom of the deck. So, I mean, maybe somebody feels like they're not strong enough on their own because of maybe an addiction or something to that extent. The Devil talks about unhealthy practices, unhealthy addictions. So that's kind of what I'm getting here. It's just someone's afraid to be on their own. Or afraid that they will or afraid that they sorry, give me a second here. So what I'm kind of feeling with this is that that's in the weakness position, is that somebody is feeling like they are alone, and it's making them feel weak. That's kind of where I'm getting, because they're not they're not communicating. They're having all these painful thoughts and they're not communicating them. And so, they're feeling like they're alone and weak. Weakness in being alone. You know? Okay, I'm going to pull 3 advice cards. Okay, we have the 7 of Swords, the 5 of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. So what I'm getting with this is that, we've already established that there's, painful or negative thinking going on, or there's an accumulation of painful thoughts happening because of no communication. So, and like I said, swords are all about things of the mind. So with the 5 and the 7 of Swords, I'm kind of feeling like this is where this person is in their head. And this Knight of Cups is where they want to be. Okay, so, and maybe this is this connection is, maybe a year or 2 in the works. I'm kind of feeling like with the Knight of Cups here that this is a newer connection, not extremely long standing. So to get to this Knight of Cups energy, which is, it's a chivalrous knight of love. Knights are all about action. And the Knight of Cups is like, he's like Mr. Loverboy. But he's very sweet, and he's very, he's protective, he's honest, he feels very deeply. He's like the sweetheart of the knights. But this is where, these kinds of thoughts need to go away. Like the Seven of Swords talks about lies, cheating, going behind people's backs and being sneaky, thievery of, whatever it is, whether it be emotional or physical things. It talks about thievery. And then the Five of Swords is mental conflict. It's and it can also talk about like one party like laying down their sword and saying, "Okay, you win," type thing. But the Five of Swords also talks about a battle that nobody can win. It's like a pointless battle sometimes. With this spread here being in the advice position, what I'm getting is that with some communication, this knight is waiting, to offer you his cup. He's of emotion. He's sitting here waiting for you to talk to him, and maybe not necessarily waiting, but he's right here willing to listen to you and offer you some security, some love, some peace from these thoughts. But you're stuck in this energy here, in a mental battle, and thinking that maybe there's things going on behind your back. But with the Knight of Cups here, I'm not really getting that these things are true. They're just things that you're thinking. They're in your head. And look at this here. Here's you, the Queen of Cups, with all your emotions, and here's the Knight of Cups offering the cup over here to you. I feel as though with this communication, that there's going to be some clarity that comes with this communication, because this Ace of Swords is in the near future position, and it does talk about clarity, epiphanies. So I feel like, and remember, we do have the Two of Cups here. The Two of Cups is the card of mutual love, existing mutual love. So I'm really feeling that there just needs to be some communication. because in the strengths position, you guys do have the Three of Pentacles, which is planning for a solid foundation. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card, and that's going to be an unconscious card. So that is going to be energy that may not be yet in the light, may not yet be realized. The High Priestess. Okay, so with the High Priestess in the unconscious position, I feel like you can use your intuition to fill out the situation. Look deep into your heart, meditate, and you can, see, you can gain some clarity. I always think that you should use your intuition in all situations, but with this, and I guess real quick, let me say that that with the High Priestess here, it is moon energy, water energy. It has to do with instinctive reactions, the unconscious, emotions, and intuition. The High Priestess always speaks to me of intuition. And I believe with the Two of Cups here that you are connected to this person intuitively. And with communication, the clarity can be reached. And when you are talking to this person, use your intuition. Feel what this person is saying. Because I believe him to be the Knight of Cups and you the Queen of Cups. And don't get hung up on the gender. It could be, the Queen of Cups could be a male and the Knight of Cups could be a female, vice versa, whatever the situation is. But yeah, so this being in the unconscious position just tells me that there is that intuitive connection between the two of you. So feel out the situation. Feel out the reactions that this person has when you communicate your truth to them. Listen to their words, but feel them as well when they're speaking to you. Because, you can always really tell a lot about a person's feelings for you when you go to them with a problem that you're having, especially if it has to do with the connection. If they're willing to listen to you and to help you and to do what it takes to give you peace of mind, then that's very special. And this Knight of Cups here, I feel like that's what a lot of you are going to get in this situation. You got to speak your truth. In any situation, you got to speak your truth. If you want this to continue, you could always just walk away from the situation, obviously. And you know, if that's what your intuition tells you to do, then do that. But this particular spread, I'm seeing that, you know, somebody is, you know, there's a lot of love in this connection. And, you know, planning can be done, conclusions can be reached, you know, with loving communication. All right. There we go. There it is. Please like, share, and subscribe if you would like to do that. And watch out for future videos. Like I said, I am going to be doing collective readings for the individual zodiac signs. I will start to work on those readings for the individual signs for the month of June. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that this helped you. Feel free to leave a comment, questions, or anything else. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.